These are the ingredients you will need: the mushroom, the carrots, and the walnuts. And I did buy the mushroom and carrots from the farmer's market. I will link it below. And this is the taco seasoning, which I also made at home. I will link that recipe below as well. Then you're going to want to make sure you peel your carrots or wash them very well. Then you're going to take your time to chop the carrots and the mushroom. You want to chop them medium size so that they can fit in your food processor. Now you are ready to add your food to the food processor, and I usually start with chopping up the mushrooms. I process it at low speed for a few seconds, literally just a few seconds, and this is the texture and the size that you want your mushrooms to be. While your mushrooms is processing, you want to make sure you already have a pan at medium heat. You're going to add a little bit of virgin olive oil or whichever oil you desire. The oil is going to be hot, so you can just add your mushrooms to the pan, and then you're going to stir it just for a few seconds and just make sure that you spread it evenly across your pan. Now we're going to return back to the food processor and we're going to add the carrots and the walnuts. At this point in time, I realized that I did not add the blade, so you want to make sure that you return the blade back to your food processor and then add your carrots and your walnuts. And once you have properly assembled your food processor and added your carrots and walnuts, then you're going to process the vegetables at low speed for a few seconds. I'm going to leave it at live time so you can see how long it took me to process the carrots and the walnuts. So I process it for about 30 seconds. You can leave it for like 35 to 40. You don't want to process it too much. This is the texture you want it. You want it to look a little bit like ground beef, but you want it to keep a little bit of the crunch. Now you can add your carrot and walnut mixture to the pot with the mushroom that's already cooking. And as you can see from the video, this is a lot of carrots, and I normally do not use this amount of carrots. I usually just use 1 or 2 normal sized carrots, but since I use the oversized carrot from the farmer's market, this is the amount that I created. I personally do not use this much normally, but I did want it to last me the entire week. So this is how I stretch my mushrooms, adding more carrots. But when you begin this recipe, do not use this much carrots. It will give you a different taste. But I prefer for you to try the recipe without this much carrot. So just use 1 normal sized carrot or 2. Do not use an oversized carrot like the one I used. And here you just want to make sure that you mix everything well with the olive oil, and then you're going to cover it and let it simmer for a few minutes. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you click the link below to see the video of the review of these pots that I'm currently using. So let's continue cooking. So the food has been simmering for about 2 minutes. So now we're going to turn the food over, and then we're going to add the seasoning. But I just want to show you how low the fire is. So you want to just keep it at a low simmer for 2 to 3 minutes tops. And then you're going to add the taco seasoning. And again, this is my homemade taco seasoning, and I will link it down below. And I use about 4 to 5 tablespoons of the taco seasoning based on the amount of food that I have in the pot. So it all depends on what you want. You can add 2 to 3 tablespoons, but I add 4 to 5. Now you just want to make sure you mix everything very well. I add a little bit of more virgin olive oil just to give it a little bit of more moisture, but that's optional. Then you're going to cover it and let it simmer for another 2 minutes. The 2 minutes is up, so now we're going to turn the food around, mix it very well, and then we're going to simmer it again for another 2 minutes. At this point, your taco meat is complete. You can either turn the meat again and let it simmer for another 2 minutes. It all depends on how crispy you want your food. But I am done, so I'm going to add my handle to my pot and I'm going to store it in a glass container. And there you have it, mushroom taco meat. You can make your tacos, your quesadillas, or a taco salad. I hope you enjoy. But always remember, guys, be real, not perfect. Bye.